Hey Clever, or you who's watching me. Well, I'm here again in this channel, and today I'm here to talk a bit about the trilogy Lord of the Rings. For you who don't know that, I'm talking about a trilogy of books written by J.R.R. Tolkien, and it were adapted to 3 movies from 2000 to 2003, right? So basically, I have 3 main points to talk about, and the first one is about the concept of eucatastrophe. For you who don't know this term, eu, the prefix "il" means a good thing, something like that, and catastrophe, well, it's obvious, it's catastrophe, it's a bad thing. So we can say something like a good catastrophe. I know it sounds strange or weird, but I'm gonna give you some examples, and you will can understand it perfectly, right? So the first thing I prepared for talk to you is when the Fellowship of the Ring, they were in Moria, exactly in the chamber of Mother Boo, something like that. I don't know how to say that exactly. And they were surrounded by a lot of orcs, a lot of them. And this fight, well, it's not a fight, but it made a lot of sound and it called the attention of Baroque. Well, Baroque is the dark fire demon, and it's really dying and stuff. So when he comes, all the orcs go away, and the Fellowship of the Ring, yeah, in the first movie, they could escape, but of course they had to fight against Baroque, and who did it is Gandalf, and he died unfortunately. But here comes the good thing. When he died, he after some time he comes back to life, not more as Gandalf the Grey, but as Gandalf the White, more powerful and better. And he was really important to story when we have the fight in the last movie of Mordor versus. Why did I forget that? And he is actually really important to the story because he was important to the fight of Mordor against Gondor. Yeah, okay, remember it. Mordor versus Gondor. He was really important and he is powerful, right? So it's a good thing. So all this disaster comes back to a good thing, to Gandalf the White, right? I hope you understood. Well, now the second scene I need to talk to you about to explain the concept of a catastrophe is when Frodo and Sam were fighting in the Mount Doom. I'm sorry. When they were almost destroying the ring, and then Frodo decides that the ring is his and he won't destroy it. So he put the ring in his finger, and then the villain Sauron see everything with his big eyes, and he sent some Nazgûl to there, and then you can think everything is destroyed because Frodo wants to stay with the ring, and the Nazgûls are going to the Mount Doom, and they were really near there. So it's really a bad thing, but then Gollum appears and start fighting against Frodo also, because the Precious, he loves the ring and that stuff. And they fight a bit, and in the end, we have Gollum falling into the mount, into the fire, and then the ring is finally destroyed. And with that, Sauron and the Nazgûl and all the orcs are basically destroyed also. So a bad thing, Frodo with the ring and Gollum fighting against him converts to a good thing. That's when we have the final, the story. We have the peace in the Middle Earth. Okay, so I hope you understood. Right? My second point is about the Christianity in the masterpiece of Tolkien. And we can see it a lot of times. For example, by the characters of Frodo, Gandalf, and Aragorn. Because when they died, well, actually Frodo and Aragorn didn't die, but people around them thought they died. And it may represent Jesus, right? And the ring, as I will talk later with the character of Gollum, it can may represent the scene, right? Scene, yeah. And another point I didn't hear anybody talking about it. It's when Gandalf wa went to the King Theoden, and he do something like oh, I forgot the word. Wait a minute. Something like an exorcism. Exorcism, right. When Theoden, the king, were under control of Saruman, and he says things like, I have the power to take you. Okay, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he take Sauron off Theoden. So I thought it exactly like an exorcism, and it's really Christianity, right? Yeah, the a lot of padres do it, right? Okay. Well, now to finish it, I have one more thing to talk about, and it's about what is a good story to be told, in my opinion. Well, we have in whole world a lot of good stories, but what will really makes a difference is the way you told the story, and I think Tolkien did it perfectly. And the first thing I loved in these movies is the small things, you know. Well, not actually small, but details, you know. And Gollum, for example, for me is the worst character. I really don't like him, but I see he's important too. We understand the bad, powerful, the madness of the ring, you know, because in the last movie, if I'm not wrong, we can see his story when his friend find the ring, and then Gollum that kill his friend to stay with the ring and his precious and stuff. And well, it's horrible to see how could his life changed because of the ring. Not changed for good, of course. You know how he is in the movie, like that and strengthening. I'm gonna put a photo here before and after. You can see how weird, how bad his dead because of the ring. So this element is one of the most important to we understand what was happening with Frodo uh, in all the story, because he was getting angry and madness because of that, because of the ring. And we see the powerful of the ring by the character of Gollum, right? Well, and if you didn't watch Lord of the Rings, please watch it because it's a really good story. You people, the most part of people who don't like Lord of the Rings is because of the time, because it's about 9 hours of trilogy, and actually I watched everything in more or less 2 days, I guess, and I didn't want to sleep, you know. Okay, and it's a great, great story. The way Tolkien told everything is a way where you can always want to know what's about to happen or what happened. For example, when Gandalf died, we always want to know what really happened. And actually, I've watched that trilogy in 2017, but I didn't remember a thing. And it was just like a new experience. And I really loved that because the wars and everything. It's an old movie, and in the last review, I said I don't like old movies, and it's older than Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but it's so good. The visual effects and it's really great. The story it's amazing, you know. It's the thing that most me let happen. Oh, okay. The thing I more the thing I liked more is that we have a lot of things happening in the same time, and it doesn't get boring. That's a great thing because you really need to know how to write a movie and a book to know how to do that, because we have fights, we have oh a lot of things. Yeah. For example, when we have the battle of Mordor versus, I forgot again. No shit. Mordor versus Gondor. Mordor Gondor. Okay. And we have the fight happening there. We have Frodo and Sam running to the Mount Doom, and we also have the story of and we also have the story of Aragorn, right? Trying to get the phantasms. Oh no, I don't know how to say that. But well, if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And to the battle, and it was really important to finish the battle. And well, just watch it. You will really like, I'm sure. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you didn't watch Lord of the Rings yet, watch it, please. You won't regret. Tolkien knew exactly what he was doing, and a point is that he literally wrote a new language to a story, so he knew what he was doing. Watch it, you won't regret. I'm sure. I'm sure. And well, don't forget to share these videos with your friends that you like here, and subscribe to this channel. So that's it. Thank you, and see you.